Lots of big events happened in Supergirl's mid-season finale, Medusa, but perhaps the most exciting part of the episode was that Supergirl was sent off to go team up in this massive 4-show CW DC Arrowverse crossover invasion. Now, Joshua, you have been a fan of Supergirl from the very, very beginning, a supporter for a while. I have also been a really big fan, and I think the show has really found its stride in its move to the CW this season, and we're both just super excited that Supergirl gets to be a part of this crossover and meet up with all these characters. She's only met Barry Allen so far, obviously. So Joshua, why are you so looking forward to her role in this crossover?
Well, it's sort of weird, right, that Supergirl is in a different universe, right? But Flash opened up the idea of going into parallel universes so they can have crossovers and stuff like this, and now that she's a part of the CW, well, they did it before, but now like it's closer than ever. And it's just so cool, like the idea of her finally coming over, because this world doesn't have a Superman, and she's the closest thing we have to a Superman, even though Superman does exist on her Earth. Well, it's getting a little complicated, huh? But no, so it's cool to get a Superman-level character with that much power, whose power essentially eclipses everyone else's, now showing up and interacting with them.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this because I think with each of the crossovers, like these characters, even though they exist and are fully formed within their own TV shows, and some of them have crossed over more than others, but like having these characters crossover really puts the other characters into better context. Like when we see Barry around Oliver, like to me, whenever Oliver comes to the Flash, we see like the best side of Oliver Queen as like a mentor and a hero. And I'm really excited to see what Kara, who's probably, I'd argue, the bubbliest and lightest character, brings out in characters like Oliver and Mick Rory and everyone else. And also that, to me, this just feels like the culmination. This is the Avengers, right? What the Avengers was for the MCU. This is taking everything in the sandbox and just like bringing it together and having fun and seeing how they meet up. And I'm really excited that she gets to be a part of it. What are you most hoping for comes out of this crossover? Would you like to see these team-ups happen more and more often in the future?
Oh yeah, like I feel like now they don't every time it doesn't have to be a big one. Like they just did the Flash Supergirl one last year. I feel like that was really smart to kind of keep it small. But yeah, I would like to see like smaller team-ups from here on out, and like Supergirl, like maybe like Green, she needs something, she needs to like infiltrate something kind of like a ninja, so she invites Oliver to her universe maybe for next time, and then he helps her like do something, I don't know. I really just want to see them pair off and like just talk, because you know, while Barry is very positive and optimistic, he's more muted, and I was like, oh shucks kind of guy. She's just outwardly, like you said, very bubbly and positive and kind of goofy. I really love that, and I just want to see that paired against the very like grumpy, sullen, like very always business Oliver Queen.
Yeah, and I feel like they're the two farthest like poles of what the Arrowverse is, like the lightness versus the darkness of Oliver Queen. So having them together and having him face off with aliens, I think we've seen that teased a bit. Like it's really funny. My thing though is, you know, Kara is obviously very removed. The Supergirl universe is its own separate universe from Flash, Arrow, and Legends. How many crossovers can they have? How many times can they make it so easy for her to come over before they're like, you know, would it be easier to just resolve these all into the same Earth? Like, would you rather see her universe be separate, or would you like an event like Crisis on Infinite Earths or something like that to really form all these together? Obviously, that's like being very broad for how that could come together, but something that would make them be in the same universe.
When I first heard that Supergirl was joining the CW, I thought they were going to use Flashpoint. I think like a lot of us did, to merge it all together and mush it together. But you know, and while I think the dream is to have them all in the same world, I think it works having them on different universes, because if something ever goes wrong, like really bad on Flash or Arrow or Legends, if they're in the present day, it could always say, well, why did Supergirl come and help? You know what I mean? But I feel like keeping her, someone of that power level, off in a different universe to only come over for crossovers and team-ups, I think it actually helps them, narratively speaking.
Yeah, there are two great silver linings to this being the last Supergirl episode of the season. One is you get 3 more episodes of her because she is in Flash, Arrow, and Legends this week. And the second is we already know that there's going to be another Supergirl crossover coming later this season. And some people don't like this idea, but it's going to be a Flash Supergirl musical crossover, which I'm like, oh my God. I'm just so excited excited about the idea that she'll finally, like, she's already met Cisco, like, she can meet all these other characters and just have an understanding. And yeah, hopefully there's like a great way that if she needs help in the future from Oliver or Ray or Barry again, that they can team up again.
Yeah, and
it just makes my heart warm.
And it might seem confusing. This is a 4-show crossover, but the crossover only takes place over the 3 episodes,
Right.
Arrow, Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow, not the Supergirl episode. But the end of the Supergirl episode obviously has like a little thing that leads into it,
Right.
the 3-part invasion crossover.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer for more Supergirl after the crossover is over, but at least it's a great way to say goodbye to her.
Yes.
Those are our thoughts. Are you looking forward to Supergirl meeting up with the rest of the Arrowverse? Let us know in the comments below. And for all things DC TV, keep it here at IGN.